A few years ago, there was a reality TV show, and it featured preachers, and it was showing those preachers and how much money they had and all of that, the cars and all of that. It was very tacky. And somebody I knew who wasn't much of a believer, wasn't much of a Christian, but they watched the show and they came to me to complain. They couldn't wait to get to me and tell me how bad the show was and everything they thought about them, good preachers and Christians, all of that. They started talking about how greedy these preachers were, and I just listened. And he said that these preachers, they take advantage of people, and I just listened to him. And he wasn't wrong, by the way, but I just kept listening. I just kept on listening to him. And he said, that's why I don't go to church. I just let him go on and on. And then when he was finished, I let him finish. I just politely said, I said, brother, I hear you, everything you just said. But I got a question for you. What did Jesus do that was wrong? You told me about all these guys you don't like, that they exploiting people, they got fancy cars, and the mother in church is on the bus. I get all of that. But what did Jesus do wrong? I said, let me tell you about this Jesus. This Jesus I know. Forget about these preachers. Let me tell you about this Jesus. When his enemies were trying to set him up, the only thing they could think of to get him, they said the only way we can get him is let's put a person in the temple on the Sabbath day that needs healing. And he won't be able to stop himself from helping that person. That's the worst thing they can say about Jesus. And you want to complain about these men. Look at Jesus, brother. I said, all these guys you don't like, all these preachers with the Rolls Royce and all that. I said, you may have a good reason not to like them. But the worst thing the enemies of my Lord could say was that he couldn't resist helping somebody. Look at God. God, the Lord is in the midst, the just Lord. Forget about people. Now see Jesus.